पिछले कुछ दिनों से सीमा पर तैनात जवानों के शिकायती वीडियो सामने आ रहे हैं। शुक्रवार को सेना प्रमुख जनरल बिपिन रावत ने इस मुद्दे पर बात करते हुए कहा है कि जवानों को ऐसे मुद्दे सेना के भीतर ही उठाने चाहिए। सेना प्रमुख ने अपनी पहली कॉन्फ्रेंस को संबोधित करते हुए कहा कि जिस किसी को भी शिकायत है वो मुझसे सीधे बात कर सकता है।
Did speak to his command on the 31st. He did mention this to me that he has spoken to the command, and there too he said that he has mentioned that he has accepted the decision of the government and will continue to support the organization. If there is anything that needs to be investigated, as I said, and if it is brought to my notice, we will look into it. Coming down to what has emerged in the social media yesterday about the Jawan from the Rajput regiment, I would like to now narrate an anecdote linked to this. As a young officer, my battalion used to be in Dehradun, and of course the Lieutenant General was a senior company commander. I was a young IO in those days, and we used to carry out practice for mobilization. Mobilization is when the senior commander comes and says, okay, a siren is blown, and the entire unit has to prepare for mobilization, and you collect in a place where the complete battalion collects with their mobilization stores. You have your F echelon vehicle, the P echelon vehicle. It is as if you are going for deployment to the borders for doing up your duties. So finally, after everything had happened and the commanding officer gave the report to the brigade commander, he came on the site and he went around meeting the boys and very innocently asked one of the JCOs, "Saab, abhi aap log kya kar rahe ho?" So he said, "Saab, abhi hum log scheme kar rahe hain." So then he went around, met couple of boys and he said, "Abhi aap log kya kar rahe ho?" He said, "Saab, hum log abhi scheme kar rahe hain." So he walked out. He said, "This is not a satisfactory answer. I want people to tell me what are they doing here, what have they mobilized here for, what is their task." He said, "I am coming back next week." And we broke off. He broke off, he was quite angry. And next week again the mobilization was ordered and we had briefed all our people. So he came again, met one Jawan and he said, "Jawan, kya kar rahe ho?" He said, "Saab, hum log mobilization की तैयारी कर रहे हैं." He said, "और क्या कर रहे हैं?" उसने कहा, "और सर, अभी हम लोग यहाँ से अपना हथियार लेके, एमुनिशन लेके बॉर्डर पे जाएंगे।"
गौरतलब है कि बीएसएफ जवान के एक वीडियो के सामने आने के बाद कुछ और जवानों ने भी तनख्वाह, खाने और पोस्टिंग के दौरान खराब प्रबंध के बारे में वीडियो पोस्ट किए हैं। सेना प्रमुख ने कहा कि सेना मुख्यालयों पर शिकायत और सुझाव पेटी होती है और जवानों से निवेदन है कि वह उसका इस्तेमाल करें। उन्होंने ये भी कहा कि सोशल मीडिया ऐसे मुद्दों के निराकरण के लिए सही मंच नहीं है।
That is what we will try and accomplish. Having said that, we wish to ensure that the technological revolution that is taking place the world over, our own industry is progressing very well. We have a very intellectual academia, bright people. And if we are able to harness their energies and synergize our effort, there is no way that we cannot imbibe technology and provide modern weapon systems, equipment, ammunition, operational logistics infrastructure to our army. And therefore, we need to keep pace with the emerging technologies and bring about improvements. And with that as the backdrop, this is the time when we need to induct newer weapon systems, start looking at years beyond, maybe 5 to 10 to 15 years from now, to see what technologies we should be imbibing and what weapon systems we should be inducting into our armed forces. As I mentioned, the challenges of proxy war, terrorism, insurgencies, LWs in some areas will keep us embroiled for years to come. And therefore it is important that people who are deeply committed into the conduct of counter proxy, counter terrorism, counter insurgencies are empowered and enabled. The soldier on the ground, the person with the boots on the ground, has to be provided weapons that give him the lethality to take action when the time comes. At the same time, give them the wherewithal that enables them to use minimum force under some situations. At the same time, provide protective gear to our people who have to face the challenges on ground. But in whatever we do, the most important thing is information and intelligence. Therefore, we have to, in addition to human resource, also invest in technologies that will help the soldiers in getting actionable intelligence for the conduct of operations.
बता दें कि बड़े अफसरों की मनमानी और खराब सुविधाओं को लेकर पिछले कुछ दिनों में बीएसएफ और सीआरपीएफ के जवानों की शिकायत के बाद सेना का एक जवान भी सामने आया है। हाल ही में एक और वीडियो आया जिसमें लांस नायक यज्ञ प्रताप ने अपने बड़े अफसरों पर खुद को प्रताड़ित करने का आरोप लगाया है। एनएमएफ न्यूज की रिपोर्ट।